Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Kristen, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 dollar store red truck DIYs for Christmas. I also want to thank Persona Nutrition for sponsoring this video today. I will get into that a little bit later, but I'm really enjoying doing these themed DIY videos. I just did a gingerbread DIY video slash like bakery in my last one, and then this one I am super excited about because it is red truck themed. So if you guys like themed videos, let me know in the comments below. Let's get started with these DIYs. First DIY, I thought I would make it super simple, so I'm going to be using two of these placemats from Dollar General, and they seem pretty see-through. They are a little bit thinner than the other placemats. I actually did a recent pillow DIY video and used the fabric glue from Surebonder, and 100% I will always use fabric glue. I don't know how to sew anyways, and I really honestly don't want to learn. Maybe somewhere down the road I will want to. This was just so fast, and this fabric glue makes the seams look absolutely amazing. I'll leave links in the description box if you guys want to check out that, but I absolutely love it, and it just makes everything go super fast. So I'm really just gluing 3 out of 4 of the sides, and then I have some pillow stuffing I'm just going to be adding, and then I end up gluing the other side together to make a cute little pillow. And here is this one. I love the way this turned out. It is so stinking cute. So I want to thank Persona Nutrition for sponsoring today's video. They are a vitamin and nutrient home delivery platform. They provide personalized supplements straight to your door, and you receive those supplements monthly. Persona is backed by science and have 10 years of work by doctors and nutritionists behind their supplements, and they offer 100% free nutritionist support even if you don't buy or use their service. So to get started, you take an online assessment, and they will ask you some questions. This is just the beginning of my assessment just because I already took it, but they will ask you some personal background questions about your health just to make sure you receive the correct supplements. But so far I have been using these, and they have just made my life so much better. I feel so much better. I was having a sleep issue along with an energy issue in the morning just because I was not sleeping at night, and because of these supplements I have been able to have more energy throughout the day, and I have also been able to sleep better at night. Okay, so I just want to give you a quick little overview of what everything looks like that came in my box. So this was the first thing that was on top. So it has my name and then the month, and then it has, and I don't really mind showing, so it has like your morning supplements and then your bedtime supplements, and then it tells you exactly what everything is, which I thought that was really neat that it shows that. And then this is like the little box that your vitamins come in. So this one is for the morning, so I'll be taking this one right now, and then you just kind of pull them out. And then there's like a little perforated line, so you just cut those off. And then this is the bedtime ones. And then once you get like your next month, you just refill it in this same little box right here. I don't know if I can do it with one hand. Let's see. Yes. So you can see that it's just in like a little roll right here, which I think this is so neat. And I just leave this like right here on my counter, just so I don't forget to take them every morning, and it has honestly helped so much. So if you guys want to check out Persona, I will leave links in the description box below, and you will also get 30% off your first 2 months. Next DIY, you'll be using a wreath form from the Dollar Tree, and then I had some burlap. This isn't a sage color. This was from burlap fabric, and to get started with my wreaths, I just like wrapping burlap around just so it kind of hides the wreath form, but it also gives somewhere for you to glue your pieces of greenery or flowers or signs, whatever you choose to use to make a wreath. I just think it gives it like a nice, good backing. So I actually redid this wreath. This is the second time around I did this because I wanted to see if I didn't need the burlap, which obviously I did. These cute little like picks, actually they're not picks, I did end up cutting them all down, but this like greenery berry type, that is all from Dollar General, and so is this sign, and I just glued everything together, wrapped it around. I make wreaths as easy as possible so anyone can make them. This was it. It was really simple, and this took about 5 minutes after I added the burlap. Next DIY, you'll just need one of these little ornament signs and truck signs from the Dollar Tree. And I did want to keep this little galvanized metal piece from the top of the ornament, so I actually just took a butter knife. Who doesn't have a butter knife in their crafting stash? I just took that off, and then I ended up just flipping it over and adding some of this scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. And I love using a glue stick. It's honestly a game changer. I know so many people use Mod Podge, and use whatever works for you, but I've had some really great luck using a glue stick. Sometimes, usually 90% of the time, I do trace out my signs and then cut. This time I did the complete opposite. I don't know why, but I did. For the truck, I'm going to be painting it with this Waverly chalk paint and ink. I decided to go with a black truck instead of a red truck because I have so many red truck items. I thought I would just mix it up a little bit, and it's still a truck and it will still turn into a cute little Christmas DIY anyways. So I thought, why not just make it black? Also using these Arteza acrylic markers. I love them. They're like paint markers. They're awesome. I use them all the time. I will link these as well for you guys. But I wanted to paint the Christmas tree, or I'm kind of coloring it, but it's technically paint. The Christmas tree green, and then I did want the wheels or the rims around the wheels to be gray, and this is actually like a silver color, but once you go over it with black, it kind of turns out more gray than like a sparkly silver. And I am just using the back of one of these little market calendars. I actually saw Nicole from The Week's Nest do this to one of her DIYs quite a while ago. So I thought that this was like a super cute idea to add to a red truck or a black truck. So I decided to do this as well. So I will see if I can find her video. I'll just ask her what her video was and link it for you guys in the description box so you can see what she did with this little calendar and a sign. And then back to the ornament, once everything was good and dry, I just put the little top piece back on and then glued the truck right to the center of the ornament. This part right here was optional. I just took one of the furniture markers from Dollar Tree and just kind of outlined the tree just to give it a little more dimension and give a little bit of extra something. This is what it looks like when it's done, and I think this is super cute. You could always add some greenery to the top. I just kind of opted out on all that. I liked it just the way it was. Right here, I guess I didn't want to show you exactly what I was doing, but I'm using this Waverly chalk paint in the ink color, and I had this tray sitting around. I redid this in a DIY over the summer or springtime. This is what my scrapbook paper looks like when I add Mod Podge. So that's why I don't like using Mod Podge, because it never turns out no matter what I do. I can take tips from anybody and anyone can tell me what to do, and it just doesn't work. So anyways, I painted the sides of it black, and then now I'm using this placemat from Dollar General, and I'm going to actually be tracing it out. The tray I have is actually a 12 by 12, which kind of works really well because the scrapbook paper that I purchased from Hobby Lobby is 12 by 12, so I just kind of traced it, used a rotary blade, cut it up. I did use a bunch of Mod Podge for this because the placemat was like a thick plastic anyway, so it wasn't going to matter. Used a ton of it, so it was not going to go anywhere. And obviously I cannot cut 100% straight or perfect no matter what. So I thought that I would just use some of this black rope I had. This is from burlap fabric, I think, as well. And I'm just going to be wrapping it around the sides so you can't even tell I messed up cutting. But I love the way this turns out in the end. I think it is so pretty, and I am a tray hoarder. I love trays. I love decorating with trays. They are just one of my favorites. Next DIY, I'll be using a wood plaque, some apple barrel paint in Barn Red, and an ornament from Dollar General. So I just painted the plaque with this Barn Red color. I was sort of having regrets after this. I just wanted something a little bit different, and I haven't really painted anything this red color. And then I just went in with some transfer stickers from Dollar Tree because I thought, why not? And I just put in Tree Farm at the top. I love these little transfer words, or these transfer letters, transfer stickers. They are super fun to use, and I've been using them a lot lately. But I love the way this ends up turning out. I think it is just really simple if you're looking for a quick DIY to do. This could be an ornament. This would be a cute sign sitting on a shelf or a tray. But anyways, I love the way this turned out, and this was so easy. This is one of those trees from the Dollar Tree. It's like the Tree Village. Bottle brush trees. I like my trees facing this way, and I know so many people are going to be like, you put the tree the wrong way. No, I didn't. If I was going to buy a tree, I would put the heavier end of the tree inside the truck and not on the outside, and I would definitely not have the tree scratch the top of the truck. So that is just my theory. That is the way I'm going. Maybe I'm too much of an adult or a grown up and really overthinking this tree thing. Alright, for this DIY, I'll be making a cute little Christmas welcome sign. I end up changing out the ornament, but it is still a truck ornament. So I'm just going to be taking this twine and wrapping it around the tops and the bottom of the sign. You can tell I already painted the sign. I used the Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster and just went around it once. I kind of liked how it was a little distressed and like dry brush type effect. And then once the twine was all wrapped around, I used the poster stickers and I started to add the welcome in here. I did not use an O because that is where my ornament is going to go. Another little hack I got from my friend Nicole from The Week's Nest is that if you run out of these stickers, you can just cut around the empty spot and then you can just make it into a little stencil and just paint the letter on, which was genius because I actually thought I had enough letters to write out welcome and I didn't. So I'm using this E right here. You can see it's like a little stencil. I just kind of stuck that on there and then I will eventually paint it black and you cannot even tell that it's not a sticker. I use another one of these little galvanized ornaments from Dollar Tree. Their Dollar Tree game. Their Christmas game is really stepping up this year. I love their ornaments from Dollar General. I love the decor from Dollar General. Dollar General is just it this year if you need to pick up some Christmas DIYs. Also, these plaid bows were also from Dollar General, and I'm just adding it to the top. That's it for this welcome sign. I really forgot to add some ribbon or some twine around the top to hang it. So I just left it here, but yes, my Christmas tree is up. Next DIY, I'm going to be using one of those farmers market calendars from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to be using this red truck and be cutting all around it, cutting the pumpkins off, and I'm going to make it into a little Christmas truck. This sign I picked up at a garage sale and I actually used it in a different DIY. I am just reusing it because I love reusing items, especially if I'm not 100% happy with that item or I kind of want to switch things around a little bit. And then I'm just using a glue stick to put the tree on and using another one of these bottle brush trees and cutting one of the sides off so it lays flat onto the sign. Once again, I am putting my tree backwards, as some people may say, but I think it just makes more sense this way. And I just decided to add a bow. I was going to use my Scylla or my Cricut for the top and do some like farm fresh, but you know what? I have so many farm fresh items in my house, I just don't think I could have another one. And then I'm just using some fairy lights that I've had. You can pick these up at Dollar General or Dollar Tree sometimes as well. And I just put them around the tree just to give it a little bit of something. It's kind of a plain sign, but that's kind of the way I wanted it because then you can add so much more decor around here and it won't be so tacky and so full. It's a quick DIY. I'm not even showing how to make this, but I just put that cute little red truck pick inside of this vase. The little pick came from the Dollar General, and I actually made this vase with a Dollar Tree mop head, so if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave that video in the description box below. For this one, I'll be using this little red truck window cling and a sign from the Dollar Tree. And I started sanding it off, and I was like, you know what, I don't need to sand a lot of it off if I'm just going to be putting scrapbook paper on the top. You guys are going to notice that I use a lot of scrapbook paper this year for Christmas. It's really something I love using. I think it just makes every sign just a little bit nicer. And I'm just using my glue stick once again, and this is like a black shiplap color from, this is all my scrapbook papers from Hobby Lobby. But in case you are new to my videos, that's where I pick up all of my scrapbook papers, from Hobby Lobby. And then I do always use Mod Podge when I use window clings because a glue stick does not hold window clings down. But I'm just going to be putting this on the center and then just adding a little bow. Alright, this right here anybody can make. It is a simple snow globe. But I actually did mess up on this, which I'm kind of laughing a little bit. The truck that I did show did not fit these little trees, and that red truck came from the Dollar Tree. It's like the little winter village. I put way too much of this fake snow in there. You only need probably like 2 or 3 tablespoons, or it will just cover the truck immensely. So I started shaking it. The truck fell off, and it was covered in all this snow. Like, yeah, don't use a lot of this snow because you'll have to redo it. That is it for this. You could definitely make this a little bit better. I thought this was cute as is. My kids told me to leave it, so that is why I left it. But you could paint the bottom, you could add ribbon, make it a lot more cute. You could hang it up as an ornament. So many different ideas with this. But alright, you guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love if you consider sticking around and subscribing. And also, if you guys want to check out Persona Nutrition, I will leave the link in the description box below so you guys are able to check them out. But that is it. I will see you all in the next one. Bye!